is saying that God is my leader. All I need to do is just follow him. And that is true. But God's not going to do what he has given you the power to do. The problem is we must learn how to lead ourselves to follow Christ. If you don't lead yourself, then you won't follow. You won't follow Christ if you don't lead yourself. Paul said that you will begin to battle yourself. You begin to battle within yourself. Paul has said that when I want to do right, I find myself doing wrong. And every time I do wrong, I want to do right. So you'll battle yourself because we got two things that is taking control of yourself. Your fleshly man wants to lead you, as well as your spiritual man wants to lead you. And depending on which one you let lead will determine the quality of life that you have. See, depending on which one you let lead your life, you'll find yourself in a certain situation that you wouldn't end up if you let the spiritual man lead instead of the fleshly man lead. See, when the fleshly man lead, it will take you down roads in very ways that you don't want to go, and you'll end up in a world full of trouble. But if you let the spirit man lead, it will walk you out to give you peace in your life.
Yes, God.
I'm trying to tell you, it depends on which one you let lead. Just depend on which one you let lead. So we must learn how to lead ourselves. There's a lot of things in our life, if we learn to lead, will be fixed. If we learn to fix our leadership, then we can learn how to raise our children correctly. We can fix our marriage. We can fix things in our life. When you really look at everything that we do, is about leadership. Being a parent is about being a leader. Being a friend or a best friend to someone has to do with leadership. Being a big brother or a big sister has to do with leadership. If you're a husband, then you're in a leadership position. If you're a wife, you're in a leadership position. In order to break some habits in our life, you must be a leader. I want you to think about it like this going forward. A leadership is not just a role. When you are a leader, it's about the responsibility that you have. You may not be a leader, but you have the influence. You may not be the pastor, you may not be the head of the church, but you do influence what other folks do in the church. People are watching you every time you turn around. They are watching you. So if you are a leader in the church, you may not be the overseer, you may not be the pastor, but you are leading by your influence. And let's look at it like this. In your house, the parents are the leaders, but the big brothers and the big sisters are the ones that the younger siblings look to because they are influenced by what they do. The younger siblings will find themselves doing everything that the older siblings do. Even though the parents are the leaders, they teach you, but the older siblings are the leaders. They give the influence because they see what their big brothers do. They see what their big sisters do, and they want to be just like them. Who influence is yourself. Let's try to help somebody. Because if you can't influence yourself, did you know how you influence someone else to follow Jesus? See, you can talk about going to church, you can talk about serving the Lord, but if you ain't going, if you ain't serving, then what is it? What's going on? If you're not serving the Lord, then what is going on in your life? So you can talk about it, but can you influence yourself to come to church every Sunday? Can you influence yourself to do what thus saith the Lord? So you have to influence your own self in order to be a good leader. You got to make yourself do what you need to do in order to be the leader that God has called you to be. So if you ever going to get the peace in your life that you want, you got to be willing to be led by God. And you got to be willing to lead yourself to be led by God. The only way you're going to come out the wilderness and go into Canaan if you be led by God. If you want peace in your life, if you want joy in your life, if you want happiness in your life, then you're going to have to lead yourself to it. You might have to say to yourself, and yourself might say, you say, self, I'm tired of living like I'm living. I'm tired of going through what I'm going through. I need some peace in my life. I need some happiness in my life. I need some love in my life. So you got to tell yourself that you got to stop hanging around the people that you're hanging around. You got to stop going to the places that you're going that's a bunch of negativity in it. You got to stop doing some of the things that you are doing in order to have the peace and joy that you're looking for. You have to lead yourself away from certain temptations. You have to lead yourself away from certain disasters. You have to lead yourself away. Man. My God, you have to lead yourself. You have to lead yourself. If you want the peace and happiness in your life, you got to say, I'm not going to follow these things. I'm not going to do these things that's causing me to get in one trouble, in one situation after another situation. Joshua 1:1 said, after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord said to Joshua, the son of Nun, Moses, my servant Moses is dead. When we see Joshua in this first text, he is introduced as the aide of Moses. He is moving from being an aide. He is moving from being Moses' assistant into being the head honcho. He is moving from one place to another. But let's look at whose shoes Joshua is about to fill. Let's look at whose shoes Joshua is about to fill. Joshua is about to fulfill the shoes of Moses. We're talking about Moses. We're talking about the one that stood flat-footed in front of Pharaoh, dropped the staff, and the staff turned into a serpent. We're talking about the one that held the staff out in the Red Sea part. We're talking about Moses, the one that walked up and talked to the burning bush. We're talking about Moses, the one that went up on the Mount Zion and got the tablets of the Ten Commandments. We're talking about Moses. And Joshua was about to fulfill his shoes. See, when they were with Moses, came on the scene, they was in captivity. They was slaves. And Moses brought them out of Egypt into the wilderness. Now they're free. They living free and eating free. The clothes they got continue to grow and clean themselves. And here comes Joshua telling them, we got to move somewhere else. And they looking at Joshua like, we ain't seen you do not now miracle, and now you trying to tell us we got to move. We know that Moses left you in charge, but I don't think he meant for you to start changing some things. See, when other people take over a certain position, then we want to keep things like they was. We comfortable with how things are in our life, and we don't want to change. And that's what the children of Israel represented. Children of Israel represented when we get a blessing and we're content with that blessing. We don't want to move forward. We want to stay right there, and we want to stay in that blessing. But Joshua represents when God promised you something and you can have everything that God promised you. See, we don't want to be like the children of Israel and get stuck for 40 years in one situation. We don't want to be like Israel and get stuck in one situation. But that's what the Israelites represented. People that are happy and just getting by with the blessings they already have. And Joshua said, I represent the people who want everything that God promised them. If God said, I'm going to give you Canaan, then my God give you Canaan. I don't have to just sit here, give me what's due to me. Most people stay stuck in past season victory. See, most of us, we stay stuck in past season victories. And you say, what do you mean by that? See, when God then bless you with a job, and you're happy with that job, and they try to promote you, you say, well, I'm happy where I'm at. You don't want to be promoted. You're happy with the job you got. You're happy doing what you're doing. You're happy with the life you got. And God is trying to promote you. God is trying to move you up. God is trying to take you out of the wilderness and to Canaan. But you want to stay in the wilderness because the wilderness is comfortable to you. The wilderness is comfortable to you. And God said, I want to move you, but you won't move. I want to elevate you, but you don't want to be elevated. I want to move you, but you don't want to be moved. Why did they stay stuck for so long? Let's bring this to the 21st century. We understand they were stuck because of the sin and they kept doing things over and over, but let's bring it home a little bit. Bring it to our time. Because as we do sometimes, we make comparison with our present, with our past. So you compare your present with your past. They was talking about, the children was talking about how the Red Sea got parted. That's their past. They was talking about how when Moses came on the scene, we were making bricks. We were in slavery. That's their past. And look at us now. We living good. We eating good. Everything's all right. So when you compare your past to your present, you might be doing a little bit better. How we say it now is, I know I'm not where I need to be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be. Have anybody ever said that? Have anybody ever said that? We say that. I know I'm not where I need to be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be. Yes. But the problem is you've been right there for years. That's the problem. You're still in that same situation. You're not what you used to be, but you're not moving toward what you need to be either. You're just right there because you're steady comparing your past to your present. And when you compare your past to your present, you might think you're doing all right. And God said, I got more things for you. I got more things for you. It's just like when we moved from Vender Road in a small building to Market Street. I couldn't say, okay, we had a small building, we got a bigger building. But God said, I want to move you farther. I want to push you a little bit farther. I could have just stayed right there and say, well, we're not where we used to be. We're doing better than we was. And that's how we get. God wants leaders to walk by faith and not by sight. Amen. Now this may sound crazy to some of y'all, and some people may not agree with this. But Moses was a leader who walked by sight in a lot of his cases. Everything he did was with that staff. Every time he did a miracle, he held that staff up. He walked more by faith, by sight than faith. God told Moses he was going to take them into a land that was flowing with milk and honey. But they didn't make it under the leadership of Moses. They got out of Egypt with miracles, but they walked into Canaan through leadership. They got out of Egypt with miracles. I want y'all to catch this. But they got into Canaan with leadership. When God asked Moses to lead his people by faith, by speaking to the rock, Moses hit the rock because he was frustrated with the people for one thing. Also, every miracle to that point, he used his staff. For all he knew how to do was use his staff. Most of us just like that. Most people can't do nothing unless they see it. We want to see everything. God, give me a sign. If you want me to go over here, give me a sign. If you want me to change job, give me a sign. If you want me to go to the church, give me a sign. You just like Moses. You need a staff. Why can't you just obey the word of God? Amen. God told Moses, speak to the rock, and I'll pour out water. Moses, every miracle he did, he used that staff. So what did he do? He hit the rock with the staff, and water poured out because God cannot lie. Amen. What is your staff? What is your staff? What is your staff? Some of us, just like Moses, we always have a staff in our hand to use. Whatever your staff may be, that's what you use. I remember the 5 heartbeat, JT. His staff was the same tire line he had since 65, trying to pick up girls. What is your staff? I want to know what your staff is. If we want something, some people, if they want something, they work a little harder. Yes. They put in more hours because they want something. They stab and feel that, and all you got to do is work. Some things you can't get by working. Amen. Some people use their looks. That's their staff. That's their looks. They think they're cute so they can get what they want. Some people use their family, who they know. See, you can't just put an application and work and expect to be the CEO of the company. You got to do something different. You got to change your attitude. You got to change your thought pattern. You got to change your way. You can't use your staff. You can't just put in an application and become a regular worker and think next day or two or next year or two, you're going to be a CEO doing the same type of work. Well, somebody. That's all right. Y'all get there. Y'all get there. I'm working on it. You got to change some things about your life. You can't keep doing the same old. Just because the staff worked back then. Just because who you knew got you a job back then, don't mean they're going to get you a job now. See, God started off by telling Moses, go speak to Pharaoh and tell him, let my people go. But Moses said in Exodus 4:10, but I am slow of speech. So Moses' mouth was his weakness. He just didn't try to strengthen his weakness as some of us do. Moses' weakness was where the strength of God lay. Because life and death is in the power of the tongue. And God is trying to get Moses to use his weakness. But Moses didn't speak to the rock. He hit the rock. God was trying to tell Moses that the only way of leading my people is dead. You're going to have to use your weakness in order for God to move on you. In order for me to move forward, I need to use my weakness. See, my weakness was like Moses, was my speech. And I didn't know why God was working on my speech through various people. See, even on my job, my boss, he's like, okay, Herman, you got to put certain words in order to make them sound a certain way. My wife worked on with my grammar. See, I didn't know that Corona was going to hit, and I wanted to get on YouTube and Facebook and be on TV and different things. So God said, you got to learn how to pronounce certain words better. You got to learn how to speak properly. You got to have some etiquette by yourself. You got to change how you do things. You just can't do it Herman way. You got to do it the right way. And see, when God trying to move you from the wilderness to Canaan, the things that you're doing might not work. So you have to learn how to do things different. And you have to work on your weakness. What your weakness, you scared to say, well, I can't stand in front of people. God said, I can't move you from where you're at until you learn to work with your weakness. You got to develop your weakness. Whatever your weakness is, God said, I'm trying to develop it because I'm trying to put you in a position that's going to prosper you, that's going to bless you, that's going to sustain you, but you don't want to move. You don't want to work on your weakness. You say, I'm shy. I can't speak well. My voice don't sound right. I don't walk right. I get tired too quick. Every excuse in the book don't matter to get you where you need so you can move where I need you to be. I'm telling somebody, you need to start working on their weakness. What is your staff? What is your staff that you have? So there's going to come a time that what you're doing now is not going to work. To God, because He's God. And God said, I knew your weakness when I asked you to do what I asked you to do. I knew what you couldn't do when I asked you to do it. I'm asking you now, God, I'm asking you, are you willing to work on your weakness? Are you willing to allow me to develop your weakness? Are you willing for me to work on your character? There's going to be a time when your looks ain't going to get you nowhere. There's going to be a time where who you know ain't going to work for you. Because these things only can get you so far. You're going to have to develop your leadership skills in order to get you where you need to go. What I mean by that is, as a leader, you got to see what's dead in your life. Mm-hmm. Amen. You need to see what is not working anymore in your life. Because as a Christian, we can get stuck doing certain routines. They may not be working anymore. Even Jesus said that tradition makes His word not effective. And see, we get those words effective and affected mixed up. See, Jesus said that tradition, routine response, make His word non-effective. Effect means it's getting ready to change. Things change constantly. You change in the future, you're making progress. Effect is in the past, meaning that's the change and that's it. This is how it affected it, and that's what you got. Effective means you constantly changing. See, that's why a lot of times the way traditional churches work, and you do the same thing over and over, it was effective for a while, but it's not effective because you're doing the same routine over and over and over. It's effective at first, but after a while, it's not effective. It's just like if you lift weights, and you might can't lift a certain poundage, and you start lifting weights. At first, it's going to be effective until you can lift it so many times, and then it's not effective anymore. You try to lose weight, and you stop doing certain things, you're going to get plateaued, you're going to lose so many pounds, and you're going to stop. You got to do something different because your weight loss was effective doing that message, that routine. Now you got to do something different if you want your weight loss to continue being effective. I'm trying to help somebody. I'm trying to help somebody. That's why God came to Joshua and said, Moses, my servant, is dead. What you're doing now is not going to work. What Moses did and how Moses led worked for him, but it's time to move forward. And Joshua, I need you to understand that the things that Moses did is dead. And I need you to lead my people from the wilderness to Canaan. You're going to have to let me lead you in order for you to lead them. If you want a better quality of life, then you're going to have to let God lead you and you follow.
Amen.
Some people may have a hard time finding a good spouse, getting in a good relationship. Maybe because the way that you're doing and what you are doing is dead. You need to let God help you look. You need to let God show you how to look. You need to let God show you where to go.
Amen.
You're thinking of the way that you are doing is dead. You need to know and understand where you're going in life in order to see who you need in your life. See, when you're looking for a partner in life, when you're looking for a husband, you're looking for a wife, you need to know where you're going. Because if you don't know where you're going, then you get stuck and you'll end up with nothing. You'll end up with someone that's worthless. Because you don't even know where you're going. You don't even know what you're looking for. Y'all don't want to hear this. All right, I'm trying to tell y'all. Okay. Y'all asked for it then. If you can't see nothing, then you're going to end up with nothing. If I ask 5 people today, what you want out of life, I guarantee 4 will say, I want something better. That's all we ever say. Well, I want something better than what I got now. So I ask the question, what is better? Better is nothing. How do you know what is better if you don't know what it looks like? You say, I want something better in my life, Pastor. I want something better than what I got. But if you don't know what better looks like, how are you going to know what it is? A better person can be standing in front of you, but if you don't know what better looks like, you'll let them walk on by. A lot of people that walked out your life that was better for you, but because you didn't know where you was going and you didn't know what better looked like, you couldn't see it.
Amen.
I'm trying to tell somebody. See, Pastor Daniel said that we drift through life if we don't know where we're going. We drift through life if we don't know where we're going. So I'm going to put my own little twist. I'm going to put Pastor Herman twist on this thing. So I know a lot of people that went to water parks and everything, and they got this thing called a lazy river. And you get in that towel. You put that towel, you know what I mean? And you get in that lazy river and you just drift. You float. And it just takes you in circles. And you just float and float. You float to one side of the wall to the next side of the wall. You just float and float. And that's how life is. In life, we just drift through life. Careless. Got this floater on it. Most of you can't see it. Everybody here probably got one of these on. You say, what you mean? Because when you drift, you get caught up in the current. You're in the current, you're drifting from one thing to the next. You're drifting, and in the current, you stay in the current because you're not looking for the future, because you're drifting. And when you're drifting, you don't know where you're going. You just ride, you just drifting. You go and pick up the kids and take them to practice. You come home and you cook dinner. You go to work. You get up. Drifting. Just drifting. Every day. You go to sleep. Wake up. Get up on Saturday morning. Try and get a little rest for about a few hours. Then you're back at it again. You just drifting. From one thing to the next. Get up on Sunday morning. Go to church. Drifting. Monday morning, start all over again. You just drifting in the current. Just living in the current. Next thing you know, years has passed by. You was in your 30s doing the same thing. In your 40s, doing the same thing. In your 50s, doing the same thing. In your 60s, doing just drifting through life. Because you don't know where you're going. Just drifting. Have no idea where you want to go. Have no idea what you want to do with your life. Just drifting. Like you're in that lazy river. Because all you're going to do is go in a circle. You end up at the same point every time. You go around it long, depending on how big the park is, it may take you 15, 20 minutes, but you're going to make that same circle and end up in the same place.
Amen.
And that's what's going on in life. You move from one job paying a few dollars, and you go to the next job paying a few more dollars. And you go back and forth. Just drifting through life. Just drifting through life. But you need to stop drifting and start rolling. Because see, when you roll, that means you know where you're going. You mean you got somewhere to get. And see, when you rolling, see, you rolling. I mean, you going somewhere. And when you rolling, sometimes you got to go against the current. The Bible said that, hallelujah, the Bible said that, he said, Moses, thy servant, is dead. Now you're going to take the children of Israel and you're going to go across the Jordan River. So you can't float across the river because the current will take you where it wants you to go. So I mean, you got to flow. I mean, you got to roll against the current. And see, when you roll against the current, you got to activate verse 6. And verse 6 says, be strong and encouraged. You got to be strong enough to roll against the current. I mean, sometimes you got to stand by yourself.
Amen.
When ain't nobody else standing. You got to do things by yourself when ain't nobody else doing it. You got to be ready for the questions that going to come, that people going to ask you and question you about your motives. They're going to be asking, why are you doing this? Why are you not doing that? You got to be ready to stand up for people when they tell you and ask you about what you're doing because you're going against the grain. You can't do what everybody's doing and expect to be different. If you want to live like nobody else, you got to live like nobody else. What I mean by that, you can't do what everybody else doing and expect to be better than them.
Amen.
Because if you're doing like they're doing, then you're going to be just like them. I'm trying to help somebody. I'm trying to help somebody. I'm trying to help somebody. You can't be doing the same old, same old. You got to look towards your future. Where are you headed? You say you want a better life. You want to go to college. But you drop out. You're not growing. It's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a battle. Well, ain't nobody else going. Don't worry about what nobody else do. Be strong and encouraged. In order to get where you need to go, you got to roll sometime. You know, when you're rolling, you know I'm going over here. I'm going over there. I got a plan for my life. And what I'm doing now ain't it. I'm here for a minute, but I'm getting ready to move up. I'm doing this for now, but I'm getting ready to move up. I'm tired of wasting my life on this and that. I'm tired of doing certain things repetitiously. There's a change coming in my life. There's a change coming in my life. Because that always did. I gotta let God lead.